When I made my first YouTube video, I just used a microphone inside the camera. The audio quality was pretty diabolical. I think everyone realises the microphones inside cameras aren't very good, and I'm not sure how you're supposed to achieve stereo separation when the left and right channels are only a centimetre apart. Anyway, when I decided to get a bit more serious about YouTube, I knew the first thing I needed to do was to buy an external microphone. Now, some manufacturers are quite fortunate in that when people think of buying a product, they automatically think of a certain manufacturer's brand. I'm not sure whether this is luck, good marketing, or other factors. I noticed that when I was watching YouTube videos and the YouTuber displayed their microphone, it was often a Rode. And this somehow got stuck in my mind, and there was an automatic association between microphones and Rode. So when it came to buying an external microphone, I thought I needed a Rode. So that's what I started looking for. The model I decided on was the Rode Video Micro. And I'm in provincial Thailand and buy a lot of my stuff online through Lazada. So I started searching for Rode Video Micro. As I did so, I noticed that this other brand kept popping up, Boya, and there was quite a big difference in price. The Rode price was 2,300 baht, and the other manufacturer, called Boya, was 826 baht. In dollars, at the current exchange rate, that's around $73 compared to 26. So it's almost a factor of 3. And when you see something like this nowadays, you might think, oh, it's just cheap Chinese rubbish. Except that in recent years, especially with tripods, my experience has shown that a lot of cheap goods coming out of China are no longer rubbish, they're actually quite good. So I started looking around for reviews on the Boya, and everything I saw was quite positive. So I ordered one, and this is what I got. This is the actual microphone. It's made from aluminium. It's very well made and very well finished. There's no internal battery and subsequently no on-off switch. It's an electret condenser transducer, if that means anything to anyone. It doesn't really mean much to me. And also in the box they give you 2 leads. And something else I didn't realise until I got this microphone, there's a difference between the plugs used in cameras and the plugs used in smartphones. So for a camera you need this lead, which has plugs designated TRS. So we have a tip, a ring and a sleeve. Tip, ring, sleeve. So it's TRS to TRS. So one end goes in the microphone and the other end goes in the camera. If you want to use the microphone with a smartphone, you need to use a TRRS plug on your smartphone. So it's tip, ring, sleeve. Now Boya give you both so that you can use it on a camera or smartphone. Apparently with the Rode microphone you don't get 2 of these, you just get the one for the camera. And if you want to use it on a smartphone you have to buy an adapter. Also in the box is a small bracket, so that clips on the microphone, and then you can mount the microphone on the hot shoe of your camera. And you also get a furry windshield, which most people seem to refer to as a dead cat, which you can pop on the front of the microphone. Now on the EOS M6 that I'm using to do this video, it has a tilt up screen at the back, unlike the original EOS M. So obviously when I put the microphone on the top, I can't then flip the screen up. So what I did, I just bought a small flash bracket, and by putting the flash bracket on the camera, I can then mount the microphone on the side here. That seems to work quite well. On YouTube, someone had the same problem but didn't want to use a flash bracket. So what they did was to get some Velcro, stick Velcro on the microphone, stick Velcro on the side of the camera, and then just stick the microphone on the side. That's fine, except I feel a little bit happier with the flash bracket solution. There's no setup involved. All you need to do is mount the microphone on the camera, plug in the lead, and start recording. The camera will automatically adjust the audio levels, so you don't need to do anything. Unfortunately, I can't give you any detailed electrical specifications, but all I can tell you is that the sound quality is very good, and if you compared it to the Rode, you probably couldn't tell any difference. Considering that it's about a third of the price of the Rode, I think it is excellent value, and I'm very happy with my purchase. Shortly after purchasing the Boya BY-MM1, I decided that a small lapel microphone, a lavalier microphone, might be useful. And I was so impressed with the MM1, I looked at Boya's M1, and this was even more of a bargain. Through Lazada in Thailand, you can get one for 429 baht, which is about $18 at current exchange rates. If you're fortunate enough to live in the US, you can buy one at B&H for $15.95. So a real bargain price. This one does have a battery. If you open up this section, inside there's a very small button battery, which is easy to replace. And there's also an on-off switch which serves two functions. With it in the off position, that's good for a smartphone, and on, it's good for your camera. It only has one plug, whereas the other microphone has two plugs which you have to change depending on whether you're using a camera or smartphone. This just has a TRRS plug, and you need to make sure that the switch on this part is correct for the device you're using. There's a small clip on the microphone, so you can just clip it onto your shirt collar, and a small foam windshield to stop wind noise. The lead is 6 meters long, which is fine when you're taking videos at a normal distance. Any more than that, you'd need to think about a boom mic or maybe some kind of radio device. Again, like the MM1, it works exceptionally well. There's no setup, it's all automatic. You just plug it into the camera and start recording. It feels very high quality. I've got no qualms at all about the quality or the finish. And considering the low price, I think both microphones are an absolute bargain. And I'm quite happy to recommend them. I'm afraid that I'm not in a position to do A to B testing against the Rode. I don't have the equipment to be able to give you an electrical analysis. But just making videos, both microphones work very, very well. And as I say, I'm very happy to recommend them.